From Divine Sister of the Light, Adrienne Elise, February 3rd through 10th, 2025, Great Reveal, Supernova Astrology Update. Happy Chinese New Year, Year of the Wood Snake. The Aquarius new moon triggers a shift into the Chinese New Year. Mercury, the last planet in Capricorn since 2008, has been in conjunction to Pluto this last week. Pluto has just made it to 2 degrees. Welcome to the Aquarian age. It's time to shed the old skin of the false realities. The year of the wood snake is about transforming ourselves and our world into what we are meant to be. It's feeling emotional with Mars retrograde in the sign of Cancer and Venus coming to the end degrees of Pisces. Venus came into conjunction with Neptune on February 1st, and with the north node of the moon on February 2nd. It's the feminine story that rewrites the narrative in the only direction we can go. Neptune is finishing up his time in Pisces over this next year. We are rehashing the Piscean age, healing the trauma of spiritual persecution and reclaiming the mysteries and miracles. 144 continuing to quantum solar flash in. Neptune will be in exact conjunction to the north node of the moon February 2nd through 9th, and we will continue to feel the influence of this meetup into April. We must find a new direction forward. We must dream a new dream. Venus joining Neptune in the north node, just as they come together, is a powerful message around the path of the divine feminine and any path forward. Neptune will transit over the Aries point of rebirth, 0 degrees Aries, on March 30th. Neptune will transit back into Pisces in October, finally landing in Aries for good in January 2026. This conjunction of Venus, Neptune, and the North Node is confirming that we are in a timeline reset. These next months of Mars, Venus, and Mercury retrograde are helping us to adjust to a new way forward. Mars has retrograded back to 18 degrees of Cancer and will turn direct on February 24th at 17 degrees. This puts Mars in square to Chiron in Aries. Mars will be in exact square to Chiron February 3rd through 6th. The energy of this square will continue through the Mars retrograde. Mars's third and final exact square with Chiron happens at the end of March. We will feel this tension square into the month of April. We win back our freedom and autonomy by coming back to the Great Mother energy. Mars will exit retrograde shadow on May 26th. With Mars stationary in Cancer, things are moving slow. We are being forced to be humble and find our way back to what really matters. It's a vulnerable time for our ego. The year of the snake says it's time to completely let go of the lower matrix personality constructs. The wounded warriors coming home to the arms of our goddess, loving Mother Earth. Even with all this retrograde, things are still shifting and moving forward. Uranus turned direct on January 31st, and Jupiter turns direct on February 4th. It feels like we are standing still and yet facing a new direction. We are aligning with our own North Star. The Sun in Aquarius just trined up with Jupiter in Gemini, about to turn direct. There is a tidal wave of expression coming around spiritual truth and technologies. Mercury will come into trine with Jupiter on February 4th and catch back up to the Sun on February 9th. Uranus has just turned direct in the sign of Taurus. Together, Mercury and the Sun will both make a square to Uranus and Taurus on the 11th and 12th of February. Mercury catching back up to the Sun means that now we are starting to understand the last Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius. Completing the great quest requires that we claim back and fully embody our light and technology. We must face who we really are as our bigger self. We are moving forward now, and the only way is through expressing fully what has long been suppressed. Supernovas, it's been lifetimes of suppression of your talents, energy, and skills. You have no idea how big and bright you really are. Prepare for the great reveal. Saturn in Pisces sits at 17 degrees and trine to Mars retrograde in Cancer. This harmonizing transit is helping us to redirect into our most amazing future. Our connection to the Mother is what makes it all okay as we move forward. Mars will be in exact trine to Saturn from February 7th through the 11th, and again in the first week of April. Saturn will exit retrograde shadow on February 15th, marking the beginning of a new timeline. We are moving into a new territory, back to Mother's Garden. From AdrienneElise.com.